Today, this session will be touching on algebraic manipulation. We will be touching on, first, the addition and subtraction of algebraic fractions, and secondly, we'll be touching on the multiplication and division of algebraic fractions. Stop. For the first portion, we are looking at addition and subtraction of algebraic fractions. In fact, the rules that we actually use for numerical fractions is also applicable in algebraic fractions. For example, this question over here, 3 over 2a plus 4 over 3a. The first thing that we need to do is to change it into a common denominator. We can do so by actually multiplying 3 to the numerator for the first term and multiplying 2 to the numerator and denominator of the second term. And therefore, we get a common denominator of 6a. After that, it will be just a simple addition of 9 plus 8 over 6a, and therefore it will give you the answer 17 over 6a. The general steps to actually do this addition and subtraction of algebraic fractions is to follow this. First, we actually factorize expression where possible. Second, to make common denominator. Third, to combine to one fraction. And fourth, to add or subtract and simplify where possible. Let's take, for example, this question. 2 over x squared plus 5x plus 6 minus 1 over 2x plus 6. We will actually first factorize the denominator for this case. And to factorize these two. After that, we'll get x plus 2, x plus 3, and minus 1 over 2x plus 3. After factorization, we actually make common denominator by actually multiplying 2 to the numerator for the first term and the denominator 2. And for the second term, we multiply by x plus 2 to both the denominator and the numerator. And as a result, we get the second step over here. Next step is actually to combine them into one fraction, and at last, we just do a add or subtract to get my final answer. Doing addition and subtraction of algebraic fractions, one useful result is actually using 1 over a minus b is equal to negative 1 over b minus a. This can be easily proven by actually factorizing out a minus 1 from a minus b to give you this result of minus 1 over b minus a. One example is actually using 2 over x minus 2 plus 3 over 2 minus x. You find that actually this 2 minus x can be actually changed to x minus 2 by changing the sign in front from a plus to a minus. In doing so, we have changed into a common denominator of x minus 2. Subsequently, we will get the result by subtracting the two terms to give you minus 1 over x minus 2. The second portion of this session is doing multiplication and division of algebraic fractions. Well, the general steps of doing so is factorize expression where possible, convert division into multiplication, and invert the fraction. Example, a over b divided by c over d. We can actually change to a multiplication and invert the fraction to d over c. If there are any factor that appears in both the numerator and denominator, we can actually cancel that off. For example, a over b times b over c, we will actually be able to cancel the b and therefore will give you A over C. Fourth step, multiply the remaining terms by numerator multiplied by numerator and the denominator multiplied by denominator. For example, this question. What we do first is to factorize any terms or any expressions. In this case, the x cubed minus 6x squared can be factorized to x squared bracket x minus 6. And the division over here will be changed to a multiplication by inverting the fraction. The next step will be to change this term to minus x over x minus 6. After that, we can do cancellation by cancelling this term and this with this and this. The resultant fractions will be minus x cubed over x squared. Sorry, x6. It will be equal to minus 1 over x cubed as the final answer. At this juncture, I would like to point out some common mistakes committed by students. Like a squared plus 15a over 2a, students will tend to cancel this with this, and the answer will be equal to a squared plus 50. Or, student will actually cancel this with this to give the answer as a plus 15a. However, these two results are wrong, simply because we have to actually factorize out the a to give you a bracket a plus 15 first before we do the cancellation in this manner to give you the correct answer as a plus 15.